Hi, we're going to give a brief explanation of the book. We are not from here, from Jenny Torres. My name is Adrian. Leo. So, briefly explaining, the story of these books is about three teenagers that were from Guatemala. So, because of their their life quality, they decided to migrate to, well, first to Mexico, and then they were looking for the American dream. The books explain us the difficulties that the migrants can uh, can have and take while they're migrating. Um, Explaining a little bit of the author, Jenny Torres Sanchez. She was born in Brooklyn, New York. Nowadays she lives in Orlando. Her parents are Latin Americans, and her way of writing is most of the times narrative novels.
Well, the second question is explore the multiple perspectives presented in the characters' journeys. Well, in this book we can see multiple perspectives, just as there are lots of different like emotions through all the book. Sometimes it's emotion, sometimes it's like excitement, sadness.
Sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's negative.
Exactly, and sometimes it's like.
Also, in the novel, there are tension moments and sometimes nostalgic moments because of the teenagers thinking about their hood, their country.
Discuss how the book portrays cultural elements, specifically those tied to the character's background. And I'm going to answer the three following bullets in one. So yes, and in the page I've done my research, and in the page 316 we have it's the end of a chapter, and here we can see how it's in when Pulga and Pequeña cross the border to the United States, and a police officer sees them, and he starts touching different parts of the body for looking maybe for a weapon or something strange that could attempt to his life. And well, when the officer felt his breast and
Her breast.
her breast, sorry, and yes, basically here a thing that could have be related with the cultural elements of Pequeña. So, as a woman, Pequeña as a woman who has a much more difficult sorry also it could have affected that when she was like a little girl, she was
Rape.
She was raped by her husband.
Who got that's why she got pregnant when she was in Guatemala.
Okay, and yes, maybe she felt like a
flashback,
like the same sensation that he felt with the, I think it was Ryan.
Maybe.
Podría ser.
And that's one cultural thing that we can relate. As a woman in Latin America, and especially you live in poor conditions or in the hood, sometimes men, well, sometimes there's the myth that men take advantage of the young girls. In this case, happened and then happened again in the border. Well, maybe the officer didn't touch her breast, like attempting like something sexual. Well, he did. So is ironic that supposedly only happens in Latin America, but also happens with an American officer. Well, now finally, we're going to evaluate the book. They're asking us, do you recommend it? Why? What can the reader expect from it? Uh, I totally recommend it if you are like open to this kind of stories. Me personally, if someone told me this story, I wouldn't read it. But general, like speaking generally, like to all the public, I will recommend it. The story can be seen as like a TV novel, like a Mexican TV novel, sometimes. But if you take the time to analyze the moments, if you take the time to analyze the scenes and the story and what happens, you and you relate it with the real life. I think it's just like está plasmado lo que pasa, what happens in real life in a book. Thank you. Take care.